Ladies and gentlemen, football has won. Football, ladies and gentlemen, has been saved because Spain are the champions of the world and it was a well-deserved victory. This was an absolute stinker of a final. It was basically one team doing the attacking and the other team doing their best impression of Simeone style football. And in the end, the better team, the deserved team, won the World Cup. And ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona, we have won the World Cup. I don't care what anyone says, ladies and gentlemen. Ferran Torres, one of our own. Wouldn't you know it, ladies and gentlemen? Just like you look at this whole tournament, when you look at the Barca players from Kobashi to Pedri to Yamal and now Ferran Torres, and we have done it. What a game. What a game. I mean, listen, it was an absolutely incredible performance today from Spain. Spain were comfortably better. Argentina today, they were absolutely embarrassing, ladies and gentlemen. They didn't get their first official shot of the game until the 119th minute. 119 minutes. Literally, it was only Spain. Spain had almost 21 shots throughout this game. They were basically just attacking, and Argentina, they did no amount of defense, no amount of attacking today. Messi today was anonymous. And listen, I'm not going to, be shameless here and now say, oh, Messi stink and hooked and all this stuff, because let's be real. Messi today, right? His performance today summarizes the whole Argentina performance, because no one today came out with that game with any kind of semblance of any kind of credibility. Maybe apart from Emiliano Martinez, who today was incredible. He was incredible today. He broke the record for the most saves in a World Cup final, right? He had, I think 11 or 12 saves in this game. It was absolutely incredible. Spain were just incredible in the way they were going forward, the way they were just absolutely squeezing the life out of this Argentina team. They couldn't control the ball, they couldn't do anything. Every time they tried to go forward, it was being stifled. The defensive performance today, the wall today of Kobashi and Laporte. Listen, man, we need to talk about it. Man like Kobashi in this tournament, he was the best defender in this tournament, hands down. I don't care what anyone says. He was the defender of this tournament. Aymeric Laporte today, his partner, right? He was incredible, and we know he's been linked to Barcelona. I'm not gonna lie. From what I'm seeing right now, I wouldn't mind having the experience of Aymeric Laporte next to Kobashi if this is how they're gonna be playing. And even later on, Eric Garcia came in on extra time, and he ended up partnering Kobashi. And wouldn't you know it, the Barcelona defensive partnership cooked again. What a performance today! And look, in that first half today, right, from the start, Spain, Lamine Yamal today had the first big opportunity of the game very early, first 5 minutes, right? Emiliano Martinez had to make a great save. They were basically controlling the whole game, and Argentina couldn't do anything, right? They were very reckless. Today, the fouls today were ridiculous. I think there was almost like 40 fouls throughout this game, right? The fouls today was absolutely insane. I mean, listen, it was not really a surprise. And one thing I will say, I was very impressed with the fact that Spain didn't allow Argentina to just play the way they do. Because Argentina are for the physical game. They play the physical kind of football, right? We've seen them throughout this tournament, especially teams against teams like England and Spain and teams like that who have quality players. They play the, Simeone style, kick them while they're down kind of football, right? And one thing I will give credit to De La Fuente and Spain is that they were not letting up, right? Because they were giving their own problems to Argentina. Argentina today, they were being absolutely ruthless on their head top, right? They were giving them some nasty tackles, and in the end, all of these nasty tackles eventually ended up culminating to the red card. And look, let's talk about it, right? Late in the game, Enzo Fernandez, absolutely ridiculous, right? He already was on a yellow. Why would you do something so dumb, right? He is absolutely ridiculous. Many people are saying, Kobashi milked it. I'm sorry, he didn't. He didn't, right? Enzo Fernandez went recklessly into front of Kobashi. Kobashi couldn't move on time, and at the end of the day, he got fouled. It was a straight red. And we saw after the red card, Marco Correa basically approaching Messi, where he basically looked like he was covered in his mouth, and you saw Messi basically talking to the, pointing to like VAR and stuff, basically saying that Correa was basically covered in his mouth. Make of that what you will. I think that at the end of the day, players getting sent off for covering their mouth is ridiculous. I'll be honest. I think maybe they could give them maybe a yellow card, right? As a warning, like yellow card for covering your mouth. But straight red, I don't really agree with that. And in the end, it would have been a ridiculous red card to give. But in the end, 90 minutes was gone. Spain dominated, couldn't score. We go to extra time. And in the end, we thought we saw the winning goal, right? Earlier, I think from Nico Williams, right? Where basically it was the referee basically blew a foul. I don't know what you guys think about that. I think it was a little bit soft, to be honest. I thought it was a little bit soft. There was contact. There was definitely contact. And the referee ended up ruling it out. Mikel Merino had an amazing header. I genuinely thought that was going in. Free header. He missed it just a little bit. But Spain, they were relentless. And finally, they got what they deserved. Because right in the beginning, 30 seconds into the second half, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Man like Ferran. I keep telling man about Ferran Torres when it comes to being substitution. I told people, even for Barcelona, I've always said, for me, Ferran Torres is better as a bench player. And then today, he played as a bench player, came in and he made an impact. And wouldn't you know it, man like Ferran Torres, super sub Ferran, comes in, scores the winning goal. Absolute smashes it. Straight at the back of the net, amazing celebration, and a well-deserved goal. That goal was absolutely coming. This game would have been a disgrace if it went to penalties with the way Spain were dominated. And in the end, man like Ferran got the winning goal, and you just knew it was over. You knew it was over. I know people were thinking, now Argentina are going to wake up. I'm like, nah. First of all, they're down to 10 men. And the way Spain have been defending throughout this tournament, which I'm going to get into in the end, right? But the way they've been defending, Argentina are going to struggle. This is not like the England game where basically they're going to be giving them space. These guys are going to squeeze the life out of them. And you saw that's what happened. Because when Argentina were on the ball, the Spanish players were literally right behind them. Literally just covered in every single microscopic space that was in the game. They could not do anything. Lionel Messi today was trying to orchestrate, couldn't orchestrate nothing. They were blocking, cutting everything off completely. But in the end, they ended up having a good chance, right, in the end, right? Cross comes into the box, right? I think the ball was coming towards Simeone, and basically it was a good deflection. I think it was Mikel Merino who ended up deflecting it, went out for a corner. Cross comes in, they had a corner kick. Cross comes into the box, low cross. He's bundled into the box for Giuliano Simeone, and my God, this guy places it so high. And that was basically the only chance of the game that they had throughout the 90 minutes. And just like that, Spain won. And what can I say? Well, that's not been said already. Better team won. And like I mentioned, football won. I'm sorry, right? Now, I know people are going to say, Barcelona, Omar, what do you mean football won? I thought we're Barcelona. We're supposed to be supporting Messi. First of all, Messi doesn't need this World Cup. Okay? Messi cemented his status as the greatest of all time for a long time. Okay? Him winning this World Cup would have just been adding to his greatness. He didn't need this World Cup, right? And at the end of the day, I'll be honest with you guys. In my personal opinion, I was not supporting Argentina. I was rooting for Spain throughout this tournament. So I am overjoyed that they won this tournament, right? And also, when it comes to Argentina, I have my own reasons to not like them, right? So, perfectly honest, in my opinion, the better team won. The team that I played for won. And in the end, the better team got the victory. This was one of those games where, honestly, in my honest opinion, if you're just going to look at it on a neutral side, it was an embarrassing game. Like, seriously, this is one of the worst finals I've ever watched a performance as far as Argentina's side is concerned. Not even Spain, because I think Spain had an incredible game. I'm talking about just Argentina. This is one of the most embarrassing performances in a World Cup final I have ever seen. I have watched World Cup finals since 2006. Every single World Cup final I've watched, both teams went for it. Both teams went at it. This is the first final where one team was overwhelmingly better and the other team did absolutely nothing. It was an embarrassing performance from Argentina, and they got what they deserved. And look, when it comes to Spain, congratulations. What can I say that hasn't been said? Spain are world champions. Lamine Yamal, ladies and gentlemen, has won the World Cup. Think about that for 1 second, chat. Think about that. Lamine Yamal has now won the World Cup. Do you guys realize this season that is coming, 26-27 season, if Barcelona win the Champions League at the end of 2027, the summer of 2027, do you guys realize Yamal would have completed football by the age of 20? No. Let that sink in. Lamine Yamal is going to complete football by the age of 20. That is incredible. This guy's won basically everything in football practically already. The only trophy that's missing in his cabinet is the Champions League. That is absolutely incredible. And what a performance. Spain. I didn't even mention this about Spain, but Spain, wow. Throughout this tournament, ladies and gentlemen, conceded only one goal. One goal. Like, we need to talk, like, I feel like no one really gives enough credit to this Spanish defense. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Kubashi has been incredible. Kubashi and Laporte, that partnership, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, bro. They were keeping that defense on lock. On lock. They could not break them down. It was an absolutely incredible performance from the defense throughout the season. Literally considered only one goal throughout this tournament. And this is a big goal. This is the biggest World Cup ever. Like, you would think with all the games coming, it would be harder. But no. Spain only considered one goal. That is incredible. And what can I say? What a performance. Completely deserved Spain. Congratulations to the Spanish national team. And I will just end by saying this, guys. Viva España. Vamos España. Let's freaking go. What a performance. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, all of the beautiful stuff. And finally, before I go, Viva España.